variation. Am I audible to everybody? I sort of adjusted my mic. Audible? Thank you. Good afternoon, educators, educationists, and stakeholders. On behalf of Motley Education, I welcome you all to the final day of the 11th World Education 2017. Often a question lurks in my mind. What is a vision? And I asked a few learned men and women, and they said, it is to see, it is to observe, it is to perceive. And then I asked a young girl, and she replied, it is the power of sight. Very specific, very strong. To have the power of sight is to have the capability to see beyond. Similar to the fact that many people hear, but only a few listen. Oh, that's us, by the way. On July 15th, 1949, a great leader was born, whose great vision is the ever-evolving landscape of Dubai. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. May God bless him, because he has started off on a wonderful journey of ever-changing Dubai, ever-empowering Dubai. Vision 2021 national agenda, developed by over 300 officials from 90 federal and local government entities, set out the key performance indicators in first-rate education system over here, predominantly over here in the UAE. It has been enforced to measure long-term outcomes and thus allow comparison in global benchmarking. I'd like to draw your attention to key performance indicators 6 and 7. High-quality teachers and highly effective school leadership. The cry for high-quality teachers is based and heard across the land, and a more prominent cry would be of high-quality teaching. Teaching must be understood as a lifelong learning experience, a continual quest to gain and improve our existing knowledge. It cannot be a degree, an examination, or even a license for that matter. All the above ensure a good start, as indicated by Dr. Naji Al-Mahdi. It ensures a good start. But what constructs a good learning experience for the Sophia generation is a great teacher who is on a continuous growth process. We all are aware that traditional professional learning practices have generally consisted of fragmented, low-intensity activities and almost zero follow-up. Change is the only constant in life, and today's times cry for technological intervention in professional development. Hence, my question was to the panel earlier. What is the strong technological intervention inside your teaching community, which percolates then further to your students? Are your teachers tracked, monitored, motivated? Our focus should be on the outcomes rather than the inputs of professional learning. Well stated by Mr. Pramod, Sharjah Indian School. Extending the outcome of professional learning from professional awareness and the improvement of teaching knowledge and skills to the application of newly acquired knowledge and skills within the classroom. Often I ask stakeholders and senior management, what is the strength of the teaching community within your educational system, within your school, within your organization? Can I ask that question to principals or stakeholders here? What is the strength of your teaching community? 50? 70? 100? And if I was to say that a teacher with at least 5 years of experience, average 5 years of experience sitting inside your school, and when I multiply those 5 years with the number of teachers you have within your institution, you have an amazing number of years of experience sitting right there inside your school. What are we doing with that number, with those years of experience? My point is that professional learning is not just the pursuit of individual goals. There needs to be a culture of teacher collaboration and collective responsibility for effective teaching practices and improved student learning outcomes. What clear systems do we have in place to measure progress, identify gaps, and evaluate the teaching quality? Do you have a coach and a coachee inside your school? Do we have statistical data within our schools allowing better ROI, return on investment, in terms of workshops, trainings, exchange programs, hiring and firing? I like to show this clog because if I was to stop one of them, many things within your educational community would come to a standstill or deteriorate, if I was to say. The challenge for schools is to refine their professional learning processes and practices in ways that strengthen the link between professional learning, improved classroom and school practice, and improved student learning. The second most important element within the teaching environment is your leadership. The attitude should be to identify concerns in terms of transformational leadership, pedagogical leadership, or instructional leadership, if I was to say, and distributed leadership. International research by Education Development Trust, along with the Department of Education at the University of Oxford, the Centre for Equity in Education at the University of Manchester, University of Glasgow, the University of Nottingham, the Hong Kong Institute of Education, have collectively concluded a few points which I would like to bring to your notice. And I'm sure everybody is aware of these points, but still a refresher is always an added value. The challenges facing school leadership: ensuring consistently good teaching and learning. How are you doing that? How can you ensure consistent teaching and learning in an environment where teacher retention in itself is a major question? For example, I was talking to the CEO of a huge group of schools the other day, and he said that their attrition rate was 8%. They are a very good school. I can't imagine what would be the rate in anything that is below very good. What are we doing, or what are we not doing? Integrating a sound grasp of basic knowledge and skills within a broad and balanced curriculum. Managing behavior and attendance. Is your school a happy school? How do you ensure a stress-free environment, not only for your students, but also for your teachers, your parents? The 8 dimensions of effective leadership identified by the impact research illustrated here showcases the inner circle, where the core focus of leaders must lie. The inner ring, their core strategies, and the outer ring, the actions they take in support of their strategies. The building of trust is an intrinsic part, as you can see. In conclusion, and before saying adieu, it can be said that a combination of strategies is most beneficial in ensuring school success, and the most leadership efforts operate indirectly to promote student outcomes by supporting and enhancing conditions for teaching and learning through direct impacts on teachers and their work. I wish all the nurturers of the future generation gathered here all the very best in providing high-quality teachers, ensuring their continuous professional development, tracked and monitored by a highly effective leadership, apart from the other responsibilities, of course, thus providing an engaging, holistic environment fostering student success. Thank you very much.